Gigantosaurus, the big mean green. Rocky, Tiny, Bill, and Maz were racing through the jungle. Last one to the lake is a Snailosaurus. But when they got there, they screeched to a halt. Steam was rising from the water and Termy was stuck up a tree. Help! Wailed Termy. How'd you get up there? Rocky called. Giganto did it. What's that? Called a deep voice as Trey and his friends appeared from the jungle. Giganto got Termy stuck in that tree. The other dinosaurs gasped and shook their heads. That sounds just like something he'd do. Giganto would never do that, Tiny argued, as more dinos gathered. Termy, did you actually see Giganto do it? Mazu asked. Well, no, it was dark, admitted Termy. But who else could have?
Mark my words, the rabbit's gonna put his foot in Brer Fox's mouth one of these days.
Whatever dino is big enough to lift Termy, Trey agreed. Termy giggled and swished her tail, dipping it into the water. Ow, she screamed. It's too hard. Giganto must have done that too, said Trey, and the other dinos gasped. That's impossible, Rocky protested. You're the one who says Giganto can do anything, argued Trey. I bet he just roared at the water and it heated up. Just then, Giganto appeared at the other side of the lake. He took one sniff of the water and stomped off again. See, said Tiny, he needs the lake to drink. Why would he make it hot? He's always destroying things, said Patchy. He's the big mean green. We have to protect Cretaceous, Trey announced, and with that, the angry dinos marched off chanting, Giganto's got to go. He's being really mean. We've got to say no to the big mean green. We've got to warn Giganto, cried Rocky. And we need to prove he's innocent, said Mazu. So the little dinos split up to try and solve the mystery. Rocky and Tiny sped across the savannah, searching for Giganto. They skidded to a stop when they spotted Rugo. Have you seen Giganto? Giganto? Squeaked Rugo. We stayed up all night having a walnut feast together. All night? Asked Rocky, scratching his head. The Giganto couldn't have put Termy in the tree. Last I saw him, he was heading to the frozen lands. Tiny and Rocky sped off after Giganto before Trey and the other dinosaurs could find him. At the lake, Bill and Mazu were investigating the beach, looking for clues that might help clear Giganto's name. Keep an eye out for anything unusual, said Mazu as she studied the ground for a magnifying glass. What about them? Asked Bill, pointing at a family of fish in the trees. Exactly, said Mazu. However, the fish ended up there must be the same as what happened to Termy. Maybe we need to try speaking to her again. Bill gulped and trailed slowly behind Mazu as she headed for the lake. Tiny and Rocky arrived in the frozen lands where they finally called off to Giganto. But as they were deciding what to do, the sounds of chanting reached their ears. The angry dinos were hot on their trails. Rocky had an idea. He rushed over to a megaphone-shaped block of ice, took a deep breath and boomed, "Listen, Giganto, I am innocent. Leave me alone." "Pretty please." "Giganto's very polite," said Patchy. "That's not Giganto," cried Todar. "Tiny, is that you?" Trey called. "Uh-oh," Tiny cried. "We have to warn Giganto." Meanwhile, in their boat on the lake, Mazu and Bill floated as close to Termy as they dared to get. "I'm hungry," Termy groaned. "We have some coconuts for you," said Mazu. "But we have some questions first. What were you doing last night?" "I was sleeping," Termy replied, licking her lips. "Coconut?" Bill threw one into her mouth. "Then there was a big splash," Termy continued, "and suddenly I was up in this tree." Mazu thought for a moment. "Like a wave?" "Exactly." "Thanks, Termy," said Mazu. Bill handed over their last coconut and they sped off before Termy got hungry again. Thankfully, in the frozen lands, Rocky and Tiny had managed to get to Giganto before the others. "You have to go," Rocky called out to him. Giganto only growled and smashed the ice. Trey and his friends arrived shouting, "Giganto's got to go!" Ignoring their cries, Giganto charged at the ice again with a roar. A loud crack echoed across the frozen lands as the ice came loose and tumbled over the edge of a slippery slope. Terrified, the dino pack turned and fled back into the jungle. "What's he doing?" "He's trying to melt it. He'll flood us away." On the lake, Mazu and Bill had spotted a patch of bubbles. Mazu poked her telescope beneath the surface, and there sat an enormous fiery rock. "That's it," Mazu cried. Sure that's all the mystery. They made their way back to the beach, where they were greeted by Tiny and Rocky. Trey and the others came crashing out of the jungle. "Giganto's coming," panted Trey. "We have to stop him." "Just listen," Mazu pleaded. "Giganto didn't do any, but a thunderous rumble drowned her out." As Giganto and the ice came tumbling down the jungle slope, the little dino's gift. Had they been wrong? Was Giganto really trying to destroy Cretaceous? But with one mighty push, Giganto hurled the block of ice into the lake. The ice melted with a hiss, cooling the water in moments. Termy carefully dipped a flipper into the water, then dived off the tree and into the lake. She quickly found the hot rock and, with one big throw, hurled it out of the water and onto the beach. Where in Cretaceous did that come from? Gifts, Trey? It's a meteorite. A huge rock from outer space. It heated up as it fell, which then made the water really hot, explained Mazu. It made the huge wave that put Termy in the tree, added Rocky. Trey shook his head. "Sorry, Giganto. We thought you were the problem, but you were just trying to help." All the dinosaurs cheered. "He's the big green hero." army stuck up a tree and it's all Giganto's fault. Or is it? Tiny, Mazu, Rocky, and Bill set out to find the truth before the big dinosaur gets the blame. But will they get to the bottom of the mystery in time? Watch the episode and read the story of the latest Gigantosaurus adventure. Here's some of these other Gigantosaurus books, including the original by Johnny Dutta. Cyber Group Studios. Templar Books.
Don't you worry, Mr. Bluebird. I learned my lesson. The bright patches where you were born, and the bright patches where you're gonna stay. One of these days, I gotta thank Bear Fox and Bear Bear for flinging me back home to my bright patch. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-day. Bear Fox and Bear Bear are gonna get it today. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-day. That hungry gator's getting his way. Mr. Bluebird on my shoulder. It's the truth, it's our show. Everything is satisfied. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-day. Wonderful feeling, wonderful day. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-day. My, oh my, what a wonderful day. Welcoming back Bear today. We always knew that he's had enough of moving on now. That's where he's born and bred in the fire patches where he's at. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-day.